Are you waking up with a sore neck? Hi, I'm Dr. Gill with First Place Chiropractic, and this video is for you. Today I'm going to be giving you 4 simple tips to assure that you are sleeping right so you're not waking up with a sore or stiff neck. Now, the very first tip here is to never, ever, ever sleep on your stomach, and here's why. When you do sleep on your stomach, of course you have to turn your head to be able to breathe, which is very important. When you turn your head and you're staying on your stomach for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of sleeping, what happens is the muscles on the side of your neck are staying activated to keep your head this way. So imagine if I sat here and looked this way for about 4 hours. And when I turn this way, of course we can imagine that my neck would be sore. Now, that kind of is what happens when you sleep on your stomach. It strains your neck muscles, and not only that, it'll pull on your spinal cord, which is just not good for your body. So the very first tip I'd give you is never sleep on your stomach. Now, the second tip here is to make sure that your pillow is not too fluffy. Now, if you're a side sleeper or a back sleeper, what you're pretty much trying to do is you're just trying to support your head and your neck. So when you're sleeping on your back, you're aiming for your ears to be right over your shoulders. Now, if the pillow that you have is too fluffy, your head will look like this, and it'll strain the back of your neck. And so, of course, when you wake up, that'll give you a stiff neck. Now, when you sleep on your side, if you're sleeping on this side and the pillow is too fluffy, it'll strain this part of your neck, which is also not good. So make sure that your pillow is not too fluffy. Now, the third tip is you want to make sure that your pillow is not too flat. So if you're sleeping on your side and the pillow is too flat, your head will look like this, and this part of your neck will be strained. And if you're laying on your back, likely the pillow won't be too flat, but just in case it is, say you're sleeping with no pillow, your head can look like this, and that'll strain both sides of your neck. Now, the fourth and final tip is make sure you're not sleeping with too many pillows, which kind of goes back to tip number 2. If you're sleeping with 2 or 3 or 4 pillows right here, it'll really fluff up and it'll cause strain on your neck. So what you're aiming for when you're on your back, like I said, is you're aiming for your ears to be right over your shoulders, so pretty flat pillow there. But if you're sleeping on your side, you want the pillow to be supportive where your ear falls over this notch, and this would be the perfect place to sleep. If it's too flat, your head will look like this. If it's too fluffy, your head is going to look like this. So just to recap, 4 tips here. Number 1, never sleep on your stomach. Number 2, make sure that your pillow isn't too fluffy. Number 3, make sure your pillow is not too flat. And number 4, make sure you're not sleeping with too many pillows. If you have any questions, drop them below in the comments. I'll go ahead and answer them for you. If you want to call the office, we can talk too. The office number is 630-584-5200. I'm Dr. Gill with First Place Chiropractic.